All right, thank you, Colin. Thrilled to be here today for a couple reasons. First, Thunder has been a mentor project for the YMCA for the past couple years. So it's great to be here with the founders of Thunder and to be collaborating with all of you. The second, my heritage is actually German on my father's side. So my last name, Maehren, is German. So it's nice to be at the homeland as well. So yeah, it's a great day kicking off a Thunder Day here, and thrilled to be here representing the YMCA. A little bit of background, the Twin Cities, for those of you that don't know, is in Minnesota. It's in the, basically in the Midwest. When we say Twin Cities, Minneapolis is our largest city, and St. Paul is our capital, and that's our Twin Cities. So for those of you that don't know much about Minnesota, I thought I'd give a couple highlights. Any Prince fans in the house? All right, few, okay. So Prince is up. Paisley Park is about 30 minutes from where I live, so visiting some friends and that kind of stuff would drive right by. The second thing, we're known for the land of 10,000 lakes. So it's a really active state, a lot of water sports and camping and those types of things. And with that, it's really cold in the winter, so we're really known for our hockey, pond hockey specifically, and some of the other things. But also, Minnesota in the US is known for our Scandinavian American and German American culture. So just a little bit of background on the Twin Cities. So I'm here representing the Twin Cities Y. We're one of the largest Ys in the world. But when I'm up here talking about the Y, I'm really representing this larger Open Y team. And so we'll talk a little bit more about the YMCA and Open Y, but I wanted to first start with a video sharing a little bit about the YMCA. The YMCA has been in Germany for over 160 years. I believe there's over 70 different websites that we have, and not nearly that many cities that the Y is in Germany. And we're basically a social organization. We're also an organization for health and wellness. And depending on the region and the country we're in, we provide different services. So the YMCA for 107 years, it started in London. It's for basically youth development, programs for youth to build confidence, connectivity in their everyday life. We're for healthy living, which is around everywhere from diabetes prevention to fitness to overall health and wellness. And we're also for social responsibility, programs that really connect with the communities that we serve. But being a nonprofit and a global nonprofit, we don't have access to all the funding that we need. But through generous donors and members, we're able to kind of pool that more effectively. And open source allows us to spread our investment broader, and we'll talk about that today. So just give you a little context. Worldwide, the YMCA is in over 130 countries. In the US, we're in all 50 states. And you can see kind of the population or the communities that we're supporting. One thing that's really interesting about the Y is that you can see kind of the global footprint and the growth, and it's really based out of need. right? Each one of these communities in each one of these countries has specific needs that they're going through, and that's where the YMCA shows up to meet those. But we also know that customer relationships often start online. And the YMCA hasn't been known for our technology, but we're changing that. So we want to make sure that we're helping people understand the programming that we offer and get them connected into the YMCA. But what's really interesting is we're a loose federation. So in each country, we have a national body that we basically lease the brand from. So each YMCA in the Twin Cities, we have our own CEO, our own board of directors, and that's across 874 Ys in the US alone. So you can see each one of those Ys has their own technology. They have the autonomy to make their own decisions. But what that's created is a lot of digital waste, right? Everyone's building their own websites, their own kind of digital marketing capabilities, and it doesn't allow us to leverage our collective talent and brand across not only the US, but globally. So we basically have a problem. We have 874 Ys in the US alone doing digital 900 different ways. And that's what we're trying to change with OpenY. So OpenY is a collaboration between YMCA associations and our national bodies like the YUSA to basically do digital better, right? We think by coming together and collaborating, we can do digital better, faster, and cheaper for each of the communities that we're in. So simply put, OpenY is a philosophy, a community, and a platform. The philosophy is that first we come together, and by doing so, we're going to be able to go further and faster. Second, we are a community, and not just of YMCAs, but of our technology partners, much like Thunder. The team shared the investment in the partners to kind of help shape the community, and we're doing that with OpenY, and your project's been a mentor of us. And last, it's an open source platform for not just websites, and we'll talk more about that, but for marketing and e-commerce and kind of emerging digital products that would support the YMCA. So we launched January of this year with a Drupal 8 distribution. We're really fortunate that Dries is a mentor and advisor for us. But basically, we have hundreds of capabilities and modules within OpenY. Half are from Drupal, the other half we've built and we're contributing back. We're a top 4 Drupal project right now. But basically, OpenY has hundreds of these capabilities for modern websites, localized content. We use a lot of A/B testing and multivariant testing to prove out some of our tools and templates so that we're providing the best of the best to other Ys. And through that, YMCAs are sharing costs and capabilities, so we're able to kind of extend that value. And as new Ys jump onto the platform, it just makes it richer and the value gets passed on to other Ys. So we talked that OpenY isn't just a website. We feel it's a customer experience platform. We feel it better connects and communicates our customers across channels because we're able to integrate a lot of different systems, our membership, our volunteer systems, our fitness systems. We bring that together to put the customer at the center of the experience instead of having them go to different web properties and experiences. So what we're doing is we're actually really thoughtful about integrating with different partners and different technologies. And instead of building multiple integrations that all these different Ys integrate differently with a specific partner, we're collaborating amongst Ys and creating single integrations that we can build on. And we get a lot of economies of scale through that. There's been other projects in the Y movement and the YMCAs globally that have been proprietary platforms driven down from their national organization. What's different is OpenY is open source, and as many of you know in this room, that creates a lot of benefits and opportunity. So within the Y, that means that we have license-free technologies. We're able to tap into a large community of organizations and tech experts across the world, like Thunder, to learn from. Okay, and what that means is it's a level playing field. Whether you're small or large Y, you can participate. And we kind of use a toy analogy. Within the YMCAs, some YMCAs are using Lincoln Logs, some Tinker Toys or Legos. And OpenY is about all using one of those, like Legos. And that allows us to share individual pieces or structures to better support our Ys. So I don't need to tell you this of all the folks that are using Drupal, but within the YMCAs, Drupal is a new technology for a lot of the executives. So we've been sharing some of the largest nonprofits globally, like the Red Cross and United Nations are using Drupal. Big universities like University of Edinburgh or Harvard and Stanford. You have big tech brands as well as large governments like the Australian government or US government. So why we share this with the YMCA is to set that scale and to help them understand that it's a technology that's mature and ready for us to build on top of. We're also doing this by bringing YMCA talent across the US and internationally, whether it's marketing or technology, whether it's folks that have been in the Y their entire career or they're new to the YMCA. We're able to kind of bring all that expertise together. We also have over 35 different technology partners. These are agencies, these are specialty like membership systems or fitness equipment, a lot of different technologies that we are actually plugging and creating modules into Drupal for. So we believe that OpenY is benefiting a lot of YMCAs, and we have data and some case studies to prove that. It's helping drive costs down. It's also allowing us to innovate on top of the platform. Since now we're leveraging common technologies, Ys are able to build on new initiatives together. So today we have 64 YMCAs across 4 countries and 20 US states, either live, committed to, or evaluating OpenY. So we have 10 live sites today, and we would expect another 50 in next year. This is an example. The Seattle YMCA is one of the top 10 Ys. They did a really big digital initiative, and they were one of the early adopters of OpenY. YMCA in Brandywine, Pennsylvania, actually was able to deliver the same website at a fraction of the cost and time. And with Ys continuing to share this cost and capabilities, we're able to drive the cost down even lower to benefit other Ys. And these are examples of really large Ys. So if it's a small Y, these OpenY websites, well, the code is free, but to move onto Drupal, someone does need to move from WordPress or another proprietary technology, and that does take a little bit of cost and time. So what's exciting is that the small Ys, this is an independent Y, it's about $1 million YMCA. Some of the other Ys can be up to 200 million. So this is an example of this small Y didn't have the expertise, they didn't have any in-house digital talent. They were able to get a progressive website with user experience best practices that's receiving rave reviews from their customers and their staff. So OpenY is creating digital equity for the YMCA. Our philosophy at OpenY is regardless of your budget, you should be able to have access to the same capabilities, whether you're a large or small YMCA. And you all know this, through open source, we're able to easily share that capability. And that as new capabilities evolve, we have automatic update dashboards that allow a new YMCA just to accept some new capabilities and implement that right into their platforms. So within the Y, we talked about, when we originally launched OpenY, we said that YMCAs, if you look at this red line, cannot really meet the customer expectations because they don't have the budget or expertise on their own. But if we come together as an OpenY movement, we'll be able to get to that. But if we just let organic growth happen, it's not the same as intentionally investing in that. So we worked with some of the large YMCA bodies to get a fund together to really help invest in OpenY. Because as YMCAs across the US and globally are building new capabilities, we take in pull requests and then we put that back into the OpenY source code for other Ys to reuse. So this is an example. We talked a little bit about what OpenY is and why it's important. This is about how it works. Basically, there's a small cost for Ys to move their content and capabilities over to OpenY. Many Ys are not on Drupal, and if they are, they're on an older version. So this allows us to get them to Drupal 8 to use the OpenY distribution and have ready-made YMCA capabilities at their disposal. So we feel, and this is what we share with a lot of CEOs around the YMCA, is that if you're on this green path, if you're a YMCA B or D, your costs are going to continue to go down using OpenY. Because as new capabilities come out, you don't have to pay and invest in on your own. So there's really two paths. Go on your own, which is definitely going to be more expensive over time. Or if you join the community of OpenY, you're going to see a lot of return. So we're hearing great things from our CIOs and CMOs across the YMCA, but we're also getting a lot of great feedback from our CEOs. And it's not about the technology. For them, it's about the fact that we're collaborating and working together in this loose federation like we've never worked before. So I wanted to share a couple pieces that we think have been helpful for us. Some of this is we've learned from the Thunder team, but we're also kind of evolving it and adapting it for the YMCA about how we've been driving participation. The first is the vision. We're kind of really clearly articulating and staying on message as far as what OpenY stands for, and that's that philosophy, the community, and the platform that I talked about, and what the benefits are to every YMCA. So we're really coming to other Ys of sharing, here's what it's going to do for you. Inclusion, we've really been working with a lot of large YMCA bodies and groups, getting their feedback, hearing their voices, and helping it grow organically. We've ensured that that there's no specific buy-in. You don't have to pay to participate in this, and that there's a sense of ownership. So we're really looking at some of the successes in the Drupal community around having people take an ownership of a module or a capability and kind of see it through. That's what we're trying to do in OpenY as well. And last, we're allowing all YMCAs to kind of go at their own pace. Some people can invest and go faster than others, but it doesn't leave anyone behind, right? You're actually going to benefit from the collective. So it's this we versus me mentality. A lot of Ys traditionally were a little bit more focused on their specific community and just what they're doing there. Now they're able to kind of take this, this marketing and digital capability and apply it to their Y. So we believe, much like some of the benefits Thunder has seen and other open distributions, is that this is going to save a lot of money for the YMCA. We believe that within 5 years, we can have over 500 Ys in the US and globally on the platform, saving our organization over $50 million through different type of capability sharing. And it's already showing benefits of spinning up websites much faster and at a lower cost. So we're excited is that we're co-creating our future. This isn't one YMCA driving it, working together across the community. So this is, our audio's not working.
Often good enough. No more. Where we are going, good enough is dead. The opportunity is to be liquid, to learn just in time, not just in case, not single improvements, but complete transformations, not individual systems, but new ecosystems. The future doesn't just happen, the future gets happened.
So this industry futurist talks about new ecosystems, and that's what OpenY is for the YMCA movement. It's a way to come together like we've never done before and basically provide value to everyone that's participating. So many of you know that great brands are really intentional about their customer experience. They know how to kind of intentionally design useful, desirable, and valuable experiences, and we feel that's what OpenY is going to help us do. It lays a foundation for how we can deliver digital and new products. So I wanted to spend a time and look ahead of where we think OpenY can go as we start kind of unifying some of our technologies nationally and globally. And if you look at the bottom of this stack, that's really our database platforms that support like our membership and it has our customer and product information in it. OpenY is sitting on top of that. It allows us to control our kind of digital destiny, if you will, right? What we're going to do. From there, we can put on new digital products that don't exist today for the YMCA. And ultimately, it's to better support our customers and the community. So OpenY will include a number of things. It's already improving the look and feel. A lot of Y websites are about 10, 15 years dated as far as their user experience and navigation and those types of things, so you can see a more progressive experience here. It's going to allow us to have multilingual capabilities for our growing and diverse communities. It's highly accessible for our visually impaired and blind customers. We've partnered with Blind Inc. To ensure that OpenY is highly accessible on screen readers. And this is important for us for a number of reasons. One, from a legal perspective, and two, we're a community organization for all, so we can't forget any specific group. We're sharing digital assets like images and videos across our movement through OpenY, and this is one of the areas we all don't need to take photos of kids in a swimming pool or fitness programming. We can be more thoughtful about how we acquire content and how we distribute it and not duplicate a lot of the same things. We're starting to use some of those capabilities within digital signage. So we're actually building a module in OpenY for digital signage. And this is for screens within our centers to communicate our mission, our programs, and our schedules. So we'll basically, there's a number of universities that I know use Drupal for this as well. This means that we'll be able to use OpenY to push to our websites, our mobile apps, digital signage, our fitness screens, and Drupal and OpenY will be at the center of that. Today, many Ys are using multiple systems, and their marketing teams need to log into all these different tools to manage. And why that's important is we can do more automation and personalization when we're kind of linked into a single platform. So one example that we're building right now is an engagement campaign. This allows our members to participate in challenges and do goal setting, and we are able to do data collection. This will help us better learn about our customers, adapt our services, and grow our mission. But we think that OpenY can go much more beyond some of those basic capabilities to more personalized MyY experiences that adapt in real time to how you and your families are using the YMCA. We believe that can provide fitness on demand. So we're coming to her on her terms, where she's inviting the Y into her home. An example of this would be pushing content to a mobile app that's casted to a screen in your home. So what this means is that we'll be able to better attract new customers as well as better connect with our existing customers, to connect them with our cause, introduce them to like mindfulness capabilities, or to plug them into local volunteer opportunities in their community. Because ultimately is to prove the health of the communities that we serve. As you know, many of you know, the future is coming fast, and I would argue it's already here. In the YMCA, we're testing new virtual reality fitness experiences that allow you to fly. So this is actually Icaros. It's a German company that we found and has won a number of design awards. But you're in an immersive experience where you're flying, you're underwater scuba diving, and there's fitness, cardiovascular, and concentration benefits related to this. But this isn't about a specific technology or experience. This is about how we operate and share information and capabilities effortlessly across YMCAs. But in order to evolve our brand and be relevant, we're looking at new and fun fitness capabilities. It also ensures that we're ready for the next thing. For example, Alexa, open the YMCA.
Welcome to the YMCA. You can get program information, check schedules, book personal training, find volunteer opportunities, and so much more. What can I do for you?
What does the YMCA do?
The Y is the nation's leading nonprofit committed to strengthening communities through youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. Is there anything else I can tell you about?
When is my personal trainer available?
Robin Thomas is available Tuesday at 8 a.m. and Thursday 6 p.m. for a 60-minute session. Would you like to book your session now?
Yes, please book me for Thursday at 6 p.m.
Your session is booked. We'll see you on Thursday.
Obviously, this is just an example of an Alexa experience. Many of us started using computers with a mouse and keyboard. Today, most interactions are done on touchscreens. Tomorrow, we'll be having conversations with computers. As of Q1 of next year, 30% of Google searches will be done by voice. And so what we're trying to do is help YMCAs be ready for the next thing. And we've been sharing is you can't just wish for innovation, you can't just hope for innovation, you have to invest in innovation. And being a nonprofit, it's really hard for us to invest and be on the cutting edge. But if we can be really strategic on picking the right capabilities, we think that we can basically better serve our markets. So what's exciting is OpenY kind of creates a foundation to provide value for YMCAs and our broader movement. By using new technologies and being intentional about collaboration, we're able to come together to not only serve our existing customers, but serve the YMCA for the future. So if you'd like to learn more about OpenY, you can visit our website, openymca.org. And I just wanted to thank everyone. I wanted to thank the Thunder team for having us out and for really just kind of blazing the trail around some open source collaboration. Just really appreciative for the time that we've had, kind of learning from your group, and just wish you a good rest of the day. So thank you.
Join the Thunder Coalition now. Spread the word, contribute, and benefit.